Bam, bam, bam. It's an emergency, folks. It's an emergency. And I'm a little flustered. Where'd the chat go? There it is. I'm a little flustered. Okay? This is huge. Okay? I have unearthed documentation. Okay? Hold on. We're not even hold on. We're not even ready yet. Please forgive me, folks. Please forgive me because this is I could get in trouble. For this. Okay? Now I might get blocked. But we're exposing. I've unearthed some documents. Okay? Now you guys know. Okay? My adrenaline's up. I know that I'm putting myself and my family in danger. Okay? I know the consequences and ramifications of exposing things like this to the world. I've unearthed some documents, okay? Now you guys know the Kit Kat. You have to kit the cat. It's very important. Okay? And did he put him in the freezer? Oh, you know he did. Straight out of the freezer, okay? That's very important when you go into the Kit Kat. If you bite it, you're putting us all in danger. You got to kit the cat. You have to kit your cats. Now, did the 49ers lose and I'm trying to distract myself? Maybe. But also, this is very important. You have to kit your cats. That's just an example of the weight of these things. Now, my stream might get shut down. It might get shut down when I show you this next thing. Okay? In fact, I don't even think I'm ready. Look, I'm not even ready. Now, if they shut down my stream, I love you guys. Someone please look after my mama. You know? You have to kit your cats. Now, you guys watching this might be in danger too. Okay? Yeah, guys, we'll get to the sports stuff, but this is really important. Okay? This is really important. Are you guys ready? Your whole worldview. Do you want to take the red pill or the blue pill, dude? Because your whole world is about to change. I have to... If you're in the Discord, you already know, but we've been eating Pop-Tarts wrong this whole time. Here we go. Life will be one way, and then it will be another. Oh! Let's see if they shut down my stream. Okay? You got to put the ice cream on the Pop-Tart. Okay? I'm sorry if you weren't ready for this. I know this is life-changing. I know the weight of what I just exposed you guys to. So if you kit your cats, you got to start eating Pop-Tarts the right way as well. Now, we got it, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. Did he heat up the Pop-Tarts? Oh, you know he did. I got the brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart. with some fudge tracks ice cream, and then I got the cherry Pop-Tart with cherry moose tracks ice cream. Now, if you don't like my flavor choices, you got to understand I was in a bit of a bind. My world had changed. Oh. 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 Things are different now, aren't they? Things are different now, aren't they? Look. You can be mad at my flavor choices. You can be mad. But I had to get this out to the world. I had to let the world know. Things are different now. Now, if you want to question me, do you have a Gorilla Grip ice cream scoop? Premium ice cream scoop? If you don't have a Gorilla Grip premium ice cream scoop, take a seat. Take a seat, dude. Hey, you don't have a Gorilla Grip premium ice cream scoop? Doors that way. Look, the world has changed. Now, is the ice cream melting because I heated up the Pop-Tarts and now it's making just a river? Yeah. What did you do, Gabe? I see you posted a video, but I'm in the middle of some very important business. I'm trying to save souls here. Trying to save souls. You know, I'm trying to do something for humanity's sake. What are you doing? Huh? Do you have a Gorilla Grip premium ice cream scoop? Because I do. I do. Now, is it really hard to eat? Sure is. Okay? So, we're going to do this the right way. Okay? You guys do. Look, Billy, thank you for noticing that, you know, we all need to take self-accountability. Don't watch it? No, I'm going to watch it. Did he change the channel? Is that what he did? It won't play. I'll have to watch it on my phone. Look, guys. Now, Big Pop-Tart might come after me. Big Pop-Tart might come after me. But I need you all to know. This is what we used to have before they took it away from us. This is what we used to have. Okay? We used to be a proper country. We used to be a proper country. I bet those Pop-Tarts were bigger too, because Pop-Tarts feel really, really small now. Let's see what Gabe's talking about. You gotta start eating Pop-Tarts the right way. Oh my God, Natalie! Why? Just for that. Oh my God, Natalie. You know, I'm up against some real evil forces here. Up. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. I'm up against some real evil forces here. Okay? So look, pile on some ice cream onto your Pop-Tarts. Now, if you guys want to start building my statue in the town square, I do have some notes of, you know, how I'd like it to look. All right, if you want to write some books about me, I'll give you a quote for the back. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll write the foreword. Richard, I do not have my own. I did ask, if you saw in the video, I did ask Rob if I could get one, but I did not get one. Now, here's the problem, though. I do notice some problems, and this is probably what they're keeping from us. The Pop-Tarts, because of the heat and the cold, they get really, really, they're like sticking to the plate. It's really hard to tell, but. The Pop-Tarts are sticking to the plate. And I need you guys to know. I do this for you. I do this for you. I do this for you. Okay? Now, if you don't have a Gorilla Grip Premium Ice Cream Scoop, you're going to have to take off. Okay? Get in your Honda Accord and drive away. Now, here's the thing. I'm not done, folks. We got look, I got water right now. We got a different drink of the stream. We got a different drink of the stream coming up. Did I already have dinner? No comment. Josue, you gotta, come on. I'm telling you guys, this is important stuff. Okay? This is what they took from us, folks. This is what they took from us. Huh? Now, if we just don't stop fighting amongst each other, all right? If we don't band together, what else are they going to take from us? What else? Where does it end? Where does it end, folks? Huh? Bam, bam, bam. It's serious. It's serious, dude. I just need you guys to know that I'm here for you. I'm here for you guys. I'm not here for the bigwigs that are trying to hide stuff from us like this. Now we're going to talk about the NFL. We are. Oh, whoa. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. We're going to talk about Oakland and athletics fans, like always, When do we not, right? We're going to talk about some other stuff that's fun. We're going to have a good time. But before we did that, we needed to expose the truth. We needed to expose the truth. And that's just how it goes. Anyways, how are you guys tonight? Huh? 90s were better than nowadays? In many ways, I agree. Gonna go to the last game in Oakland? I sure am, Richard. Sure am. Despite Gabe doing everything in his power to try to keep me from going. Despite Gabe and Natalie's attempts at destabilizing society by not kidding their cats. I will be there. Isaac, I sure did. We're going to talk about it. Ruben, you know it. Come on. Come on, Josie. You see it. Come on, guys. You guys see what's going on here, right? Anyways, how you doing? Did I go to the Giants game today? I didn't. I wish I did when I watched it, though. I mean, even though we lost, but obviously. Oh, man. You're doing good. The Raiders won. Wow. Whatever. All right. Let's get down to business. All right. I'm kidding my cats here. I'm creaming up my Pop-Tarts. And we're going to have a good time. And we're going to have a good time. Now, does he have a 100 pence 2023 Summer Surf and Serve pin? He does. But he's going to get through this. I'm not going to sit in Oak Landing, I don't think. He's praying on my downfall. Don't gotta pray hard. It's happening soon. Bro, you're praying on my downfall, dude. What? Gabe? What are you talking about? Now look. Ah, dang it. It won't let me play the video. It won't let me play the video. How frustrating is that? Well, I tried, folks. He tried. He tried. Well, Gabe sent me a video of them watching the stream and they didn't kit their cats, and I'm very angry. Oh, you just know they got the munchies. Nothing. I love I love exposing the world to the truths. You know what I mean? Hey, he's a truth teller, ain't he? To put the Kit Kat in the ice cream Pop-Tart. I don't know. I got to clear that with the higher ups. This Saturday on is the downfall of gamer athletics. Gabe, I'm trying to be there for you as a friend, but you're doing everything you can in your power to bring me and the rest of these fine folks down by not kidding your cats, dude. So, you know. But anyways, look, the kids got Cherry Moose Tracks ice cream on a cherry Pop-Tart. What can you really say? What are we really talking about here? Now, how many viewers did we lose? Because I'm not saying anything except the truth. Some people don't like the truth. Okay? Okay. What the heck were I going to talk about? Alright. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the drink of the stream in just a moment. You kids are gonna lose your minds. You kids are gonna lose your minds. Okay? Why is Natalie preying on your downfall? I always thought Natalie was the hero of the story. But with some of these Kit Kat videos, I'm starting to question where her heart's at. Okay? I gained viewers. Well, heck. I'll expose more government secrets then. You know what I mean? Dude, if exposing Big Pop-Tart... if exposing Big Pop-Tart gets me viewers, dude, and does right by people, you know what I mean? Helps society, dude. I'm the Edward Snowden. I'm the Edward Snowden of oversweetened, poisonous dessert foods and breakfast foods. And that's the truth of it. Bets on cherry Coke. Everyone get their bets in. What's the drink of the stream? What's the drink of the stream? I'm going to go get it in a minute because these Pop-Tarts are making me parched. You know what I mean? I keep going back for it. You guys notice I keep setting it down and going back for it? I wish the camera angle here is really hard. I really want you guys to enjoy this with me. Look at this mess. This is what Big Pop-Tart's keeping from us. This is what Big Pop-Tart's keeping from us. You got rich folks stealing baseball teams away from good people, and you got Big Pop-Tart. I got Big Pop-Tart really sticking it to us. Hiding. Oh! Josie! Almost a nail on the head. Kind of nail, basically nail on the head, but not quite. But basically. But not quite. Well, 99% of the way there. All right. Let's talk about the NFL. 49ers. We blew it. It's been blown, dude. Now, here's my thing. All right, we talked about this in Discord for just a moment. And I said this, I say this every year. I said this last year too. Like, I don't, if we got to lose, I want it to happen early. I want to learn from it. I want the team to be able to bounce back. I want to get, let CMC rest. You know what I mean? So I'm not that upset. I'm more upset about the fact that we haven't won in Minnesota in 90 years. I'm more upset about that. Okay? I don't know. The team didn't play the worst. You know what I mean? Like, and I'll be honest. I've been working so much, folks. I've been working so much. So I missed kind of the first half of the game. I was sleeping. Your boy was sleeping, dude. Now, did Big Pop Tart put something in my drink last night? Maybe. But yeah, so I missed a lot of it. But I don't know. The team, it wasn't the worst. It wasn't the worst showing. And again, I'd rather get our losses out of the way. We lost to them last year, and we should have won the Super Bowl. So, you know, it's not the end of the world. And today was the day of upsets, okay? It was the day of upsets. Did any favorites win today? Chiefs, I guess, right? I think Chiefs were like the only favorite that won, with the help of some certain gentlemen in striped shirts, you know? And actually, I don't even know what's going on with the Texans and Bears right now. Is it still on? So, yeah, actually, Billy, you're right. The 49ers offensive line played terribly. And we played really well last week against the Jets. So that was a bummer to see. And I said a long time ago I wanted us to focus on the offensive line in the offseason. And we added Pooney and stuff, but I feel like we could have did more. And that sucks. Now, yes, the Cowboys lost. Let's laugh at them. Hey, you guys lost, dummies. Hey, why don't you just win? Why don't you just win instead? Huh? Are the Saints legit? I mean, look, they beat up on the Panthers last week, so who cares, right? Like I said in the Discord, the Panthers are giving out W's at a discounted rate. All right, so if you're in the market for a W, go on over to Carolina. All right, you might be able to get one on bargain. Okay, so that wasn't that convincing, but then they beat the Cowboys today in a very convincing fashion. So I'm wondering if the Saints are legit. You know? Now, I thought maybe the Giants would be the worst team in the league, but it looks like it's going to be the Panthers. Last Battle of the Bay, when the Giants, you said that you were going to take the Bay Bridge trophy. Oh, I was joking. That I was going to. That's Gabe's. I wouldn't do that to our sweet little baby prince. I wouldn't do that to our little pumpkin. You know? That's Gabe's. Yeah, I was just joking about running away with the trophy. Chiefs won by controllable call, thanks to the ref. Yeah, it was. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess it's the right call, but it's just like they always get the call, and the other teams never seem to. And it seems like the Chiefs are just, even when they lose or when they're close to losing, they always get a shot. You know what I mean? They always get a shot at the end, it seems like. And it's really annoying. It's really annoying. Raiders fans, very, very good win against the Ravens. Now, not being a hater, but I am wondering, how much is it the Ravens falling off and how much of it is the Raiders stepping up? I don't know. Because I feel like the Ravens, I don't know, they didn't look that great last week either. Could be a little bit of both. This is my thing with the Raiders. Raiders fans, listen up. I think that organization is ran terribly from the top down. But I think that organization has a lot of talent also. Ton of talent. Antonio Pierce. I I think he's a great person for that organization, but I don't know if I believe in him as a coach, as a head coach. Now, it kind of reminds me, I could be totally wrong, but it reminds me of Jim Tom Sula for us. Incredible positions coach, one of the best in the league. Thrown into head coaching, ill prepared. But at the time, the 49ers were probably a much worse team. So I don't know if that's a fair comparison. But that's what my heart says about Antonio Pierce. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I still think he's a step up from Josh McDaniels. That dude sucks. Anyways, Chiefs won by, oh yeah, I saw that. It was not pass interference. I mean, the contact was early, I get it. But like I said, it's the fact that they always get the call and so many other teams seem to get missed calls on stuff like that, you know? They're America's team because of Taylor. Yeah, Billy, I know you got the fire Josh thing, so I think we probably align there. I know you like AP. Look, I think he's such a perfect personality for the organization. I just don't know if he's ready to be a head coach. But look, I could be wrong, and they could be putting something special together. So, yeah, I don't know what's up with the Ravens either. I don't know if it's how much of it, like I said, is them falling off and how much of it is the Raiders stepping up. Because I need to see more convincing wins from the Raiders before I buy into any of the hype. And that, I promise you, that is not some 49er fan hater things to say. Not at all. I've said it before, I don't hate the Raiders. I actually like the Raiders. I think the Raiders have awesome history. So much of the old AFL history I really like. I really enjoyed going to games at the Coliseum. I am not a Raider hater. And like I said in one of my old videos, I don't hate the Raiders. The Raiders hate me. So, yeah, I'm just kind of indifferent, I guess. So if I talk about the Raiders, it is not some bias like take. Now, hopefully the 49ers, though, get their losses out of the way, regroup, learn from it, you know. All right? Because I have nothing else to live for. I've exposed Big Pop-Tart. Now I need a Lombardi, okay? Anywho, what else happened? That Justin Jefferson long TD was that was a backbreaker, you know. That definitely swung the game. Tua, we forgot to talk about Tua. Oh yeah, Josie, what up? I was just saying that. What do you guys think, man? What do you guys think? Let's see if I can I was gonna do a poll. Yeah. Let's do a poll. Alright, if you're in the chat. If you're in the chat, go ahead and throw a vote. Throw a vote out. Should Tua retire? It's you know, it's scary, man. And look, I said this with Hard Knocks last year. I think Tua is a really nice guy. He seems like a great teammate, friend, family member. You know, he seems like probably one of the nicest, kindest dudes in the league. Pleasant as well. So I don't know if he deserves to keep going and possibly lose that gift of being a pleasant, good person. You know what I mean? Because that's what we see. Someone like Not even just the Polynesian connection, but Junior Seau. It was very similar. He was such a great person to everybody, and then he became kind of a monster, right? I don't know. I don't know if he should continue. He's got his guaranteed money. He's got a lot of it. And what I said when I watched Hard Knocks last year too was like, I didn't really believe in Tua. I didn't really believe in Tua. I almost thought he was too nice to be a quarterback. He's just kind of hanging out, having fun. I felt like he didn't really have that killer instinct. Yeah, Ruben, that's 100% where I see it with Antonio Pierce. He's a lot like, he reminds me, this is my critique of Jim Harbaugh a lot of the times, is he's really good at getting the team into it and hyping them up, and like he's a great people's coach like that until people rub him the wrong way, and then he seems to be he seems to hate people, but he's great at pumping up the team and all that. But when it comes with X's and O's and being a strategist, I think there's something lacking, and I feel the same thing with Antonio Pierce. But you know, maybe he'll continue to learn on the job. But I don't know. We'll see. If I'm going for, yeah, the that fourth down call was mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. Sorry, Mark. He's a quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, and he's had a whole lot of concussions, and they've been scary concussions, and he's still very young. And he does what's called the fencing position when you get a concussion. Basically, you have a bad traumatic brain injury. And the one, I think it was it last year, he had the one that was pretty horrific, and like his hands were like going like this, like it was crazy. And he just had another one the other day where he looked pretty bad and he could barely walk. And it's like, being that young, having so many concussions, do you continue to play the game? Because being so young, you have so much life ahead of you. Yeah. I don't know. Send the poll. All right. 67-37. 66-33 say yes, he should retire. Not Hawk Tua. Justin Jefferson left the game with the leg injury. Why did I miss that? I thought I saw him walk off, and I thought he came back. I guess I'm wrong. If he retires, he gets $96 million guaranteed. Yeah, and here's the thing too. Like, I don't even want to say this. Oh, I don't want to say this. But is it already too late? You know what I mean? Is it already too late? Is he already gonna deal with these issues for the rest of his life? I hope not. I don't know. Eddie says if it's up to me, he's got to retire. From here on out, it's going to get to the point where the softest touch will unfortunately concuss him, and I definitely don't want to see that again. Yeah, it's scary to see, man. What we see as football fans is what they show on the games. We don't know how many concussions he's had before being in the college and the NFL. Yeah, and it's come out reports that even kids, when they play like Pop Warner, they're getting concussions that are unreported, because kids just kind of bounce back, and people see them as almost like invincible, you know? Like, I remember when I was a kid getting bounced around, and I got up and it was fine, you know? I don't know, man. I just hope Tua's okay, and I hope he's there for his family. I don't want to see anyone, have lifelong injuries because of a game. I don't know. Hopefully medical science catches up, man. He should have been wearing a Guardian cap. I know they look stupid, but he should have been wearing it. Hopefully, maybe that would have helped. I don't know. Here's my thing too. I was going to talk about before I switch gears, man, I sincerely do hope Tua's okay, whether he stays in the game or not. We'll see. But what's always funny to me as a sports fan, and this happens to me, this happens to every sports fan. You got to remember, okay? Whatever your team is, you most likely are consuming content from that team, right? So like I follow the 49ers on Instagram, so I see all the 49ers reels and pictures and stuff, right? I hear all the local broadcasters talking about the Niners. I hear people around, other fans talking about the Niners. I'm not watching too much of the Vikings, for example. I'm not watching too much of their the stuff that's catered to their fan base. Now, I'll see big Justin Jefferson plays and the stuff that ESPN will post or SportsCenter will post or NFL will post. Things that go viral, like the big plays. So like the big plays, the highlights, the good players and all that. And then you'll see them a couple times a year. You'll watch some of their games. But for a lot of people, you don't watch all their games. I mean, there's a lot of teams out there. I definitely don't get to watch like every single team a bunch of times all year. Now, some people do. They'll get the all 22 package and they'll have all that. But you got to remember, and this is always a really funny kind of realization for me. Everything that the teams post, every single thing the teams post is propaganda. It's propaganda. They're hyping up. The 49ers are hyping up the 49ers. The Vikings are hyping up the Vikings. The Steelers are hyping up the Steelers. Right? It's all propaganda. And as fans, we buy into it. Which is part of the fun. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying this is bad propaganda. I'm just saying it is what it is, right? The 49ers are not going to post a video about like their struggles. You know what I mean? Or like, I don't know, be like, the left guard, the right tackle is not playing so well this week. They're definitely, right? So you get like the national broadcasts and stuff, they'll kind of break it down, be like, oh, this person had struggles or whatever. And then people kind of just follow those easy narratives because we're not all spending all our time studying film and stuff. We're not, most of us, not experts. We're just watching the game as presented. We're watching some brief, breakdowns. And I don't count people like Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith and all. I don't count that because they're just like saying crazy things to get attention. So their analysis is not really, it's not really that, I don't know. You just can't really trust it. They just will latch on to narratives that get views. You know what I mean? And the snozberries taste like snozberries. That's 100% true. So yeah, it's all propaganda. So every fan base falls for the hype for their team like every year. Like if their team sucks, they'll be like, well, this is the year we turn it around because, the the social media team posts some highlight plays in training camp from their new rookie receiver or whatever, And it's like, the receiver, he's going to help us turn it around. But it's all propaganda. It's all propaganda. And so, one of the friends of the show that's gone with me to training camp and stuff, he said in the Discord that it was, we had 4 easy games. And then he said the Vikings today was an easy game. Shout out Amarit Paul. He's always been cool when I see him at games. Yeah, so it just made me laugh because it's like the Vikings are not an easy game. You just don't see the Vikings propaganda. The Vikings are a really good team. They were a Super Bowl contender when Kirk Cousins was healthy. If Kirk Cousins could remain healthy, there were some people picking them to make it to the Super Bowl. Or at least, go far in the NFC. They're not a bad team. They're a good team. So yeah, and it's funny because, come on, Raiders fans, you guys love the propaganda. You guys have a good social media team a lot of times that'll put some real fun videos together. Teams don't post how the coaches really feel about everything or what the owners think of the fans. They sell stories. They sell hype. Exactly. They sell hope. They want people to think they know. Exactly. And look, we all fall for it. I fall for it too. I tend to look for my own info, at least with the Raiders and Niners and Cowboys and Packers, since most of my friends are fans of those teams. Yeah. That's why the last few years I stay off football in the off season. It's all fluff, 100%. So it's like, as a Niner fan, look, we've been a Super Bowl contender for most of the last 5-6 years. 5 years, not 6. We've been a Super Bowl contender. Besides injuries, we've always been ranked pretty high. But even then, the fans are like, "Oh, we should start off the season undefeated." You know? Well, why would we lose? Look how great we are. It's like, yeah, because you're watching all the NFL, the 49ers social media. That's what they're doing. They're selling the team. So sometimes it's like when they lose, it's like shocking. Like, what? But all the reels to the cool music with the cool edits told me we weren't going to lose. What's going on here? So just remember, it's funny because I definitely fall for it too. But just remember, everything that these teams post is all propaganda. It's all propaganda, and it's all supposed to get us hyped up, and it's supposed to get us into the teams. It's supposed to get us to go to the games and be loud and have fun, and that's what it's all about. So it's not bad propaganda, but it's still propaganda. So temper your expectations. It's the NFL, any given Sunday. Any team can beat any team. And at some point, the Panthers are probably going to beat someone. You know, it's unlikely they're gonna be winless, and that team's gonna be shocked. But look, the Panthers are still full of professional NFL players. They're still capable of scraping out a win here and there, you know. And the Panthers fans, they're probably thinking the same thing, like, but all the videos with the cool edits and our rookies and the people we signed, how are we so bad? You know, but sometimes you do get so bad that the propaganda is not enough to turn you. I remember some of those Niners years. Was it like 2015, 2016, 2017, like those years? Nothing could turn it around. If you look at the schedules, Chiefs and Niners have the two hardest schedules because they made the Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, the thing with the Niners and what I was hoping is we do have a softer schedule up front. So we need to get as many of these wins as we can. You know, so it would have been nice to get past the Vikings, but it is what it is. Apparently, we're not allowed to win in Minnesota. That's what's going around. Sam Darnold under center. Guy that sees ghosts. We really should have taken this. I'm not saying the 49ers, it's totally fine the 49ers lost. Like, we should have got that win. We had our offensive line look terrible. But look, Sam Darnold, I don't think he's that bad of a quarterback. I think there's a lot less busts than we think. And I think that a lot of that is the sports media. And it's kind of like the opposite of what I'm saying is also the Skip Baylesses and people like that. And even just social media will turn someone into a joke when they don't play well. But you got to remember, Sam Darnold was Sam Darnold. He was supposed to be the truth. You know what I mean? And he went to the Jets. Jets were not good. And then he hasn't really had a stable situation since then. So it's like, I don't know. These highly touted quarterbacks that get drafted, there's way less busts than we think. So much of it has to do with the organization. It has to do with the team around them. It has to do with the coaching. It has to deal with the pressure, the spotlight. It has to deal with the playbook not fitting their talents. There's a lot of things that go into it. So, yes, Sam Darnold, people can say his name is a joke, but he's in the NFL and he's been there for a while now. You know what I mean? And that's for a reason. That's for a reason, folks. It always looks hard, but Injuries, come firings, come trade deadlines. By the end of the season, a tough schedule could look easy and vice versa. Yeah, for sure. I mean, with the amount of upsets today, the whole league could flip-flop power rankings, you know? So it happened to Jimmy G. Media turned him into a joke. Exactly. You know, like, so many of these players, I mean, you can see a lot of players who will get drafted into a good situation versus a bad and how much it benefits them. And that's why a lot of people will be like, oh, why'd we draft Alex Smith? We should have drafted Aaron Rodgers. Like, Aaron Rodgers would have sucked too. That team, he got drafted into the worst team in the league. Team was awful. He had, 7 different offensive coordinators his first 7 years. He had a shoulder injury that he was forced to play through or else he was going to lose his job. Alex Smith was thrown to the Sharks like immediately. He was put in a terrible situation. Aaron Rodgers got to sit behind a Hall of Fame quarterback and ease into the game. So I don't think that's a fair comparison. And you will see, though, like, certain quarterbacks may be able to take kind of the same team and level them up. Sort of like we had a good team set up, and Jimmy G took us to the next level, made us a playoff team, a Super Bowl contender. And now we're hoping Brock makes us a Super Bowl winner. Alex Smith in Kansas City. He went to Kansas City, helped turn them into a playoff team, a Super Bowl contender. Patrick Mahomes came in, made them a Super Bowl winner. Both really good quarterbacks, but sometimes whatever it is, the system, the quarterback play, obviously Mahomes is incredible the way he can freestyle. And it's annoying, but, you know, I got to give him his flowers. So yeah, is not every quarterback's going to be a Hall of Famer, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just updated your thumbnail. It's hard to see. I see logos, team logos. Brock Purdy was overlooked and was drafted by Niners and is in a great situation. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he took over a Super Bowl contending team. So that's a lot different than Sam Darnold being drafted to the Jets. You know, and there's times where the busts they're clear. You know, Jamarcus Russell just didn't even try despite all his talent. Ryan Leaf was just, his head space was just completely wrong. But you see people undrafted. I mean, Kurt Warner, he got lucky that he found a situation where he was able to show off what he was able to do, and it worked for him. I promise you, there's a whole lot of quarterbacks that never get that chance that in an alternate timeline would have been Hall of Famers. If they were drafted to a different team, or if the quarterback ahead of them got injured and they had to take over midseason. There's lots and lots of quarterbacks like that. We just don't get to see it. So with someone like Sam Darnold, he's still in the league. He's in the league for a reason. So, you know. The Bears are driving down the field. What's the score? What's the time? How much time's left? Huh? We're having Pop-Tarts, folks. Huh? We're having Pop-Tarts. Oh. The Oakland Ballers. They lost the playoff series, so they're out. It's a bummer. Thank you, Ballers. Huh? Thank you, Ballers. How has Caleb Williams played tonight? Because I've told you guys, very famously, I do not believe in Caleb Williams. Let's see. Let's see. I do not believe in Caleb Williams. After what I just said, though, he's still an NFL quarterback. All right. 23 out of 36, 174 yards, 2 interceptions. Whew. That's a rough line, but they're still in the game, so. Wow. 30 seconds left. Goodness gracious. Should we live react to this? let's live react to this. I can't put it on the screen, obviously, but I can live react to it. I think I can. Oh, that's bright. Some bright stuff there. And then I will get my drink of the stream, and it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be an exciting time. I can watch it live. Here we go. Oh, did they take over? Texans took over? What's going on? It ain't pretty, I'll tell you that. College down by 6, 40 seconds left in the game, 13-19. Ballers did have a great season. For an inaugural season? Let's go Ballers, huh? Went to the Godzilla Fest in Japantown. It was smaller than I expected, but it was fun. Man, I love Japantown, and I never get to go over there. I need to go over there. Texans are going to pull it off. What's up, Jamie? It's going all right. And that's it. Look, are the Texans the best team in the league? Are they? They might be. Texans might be the best team in the league, folks. They might be. All right. Drink of the stream in just a moment, okay? And I need to probably put this away. Remember, folks, kit your cats. Cats get kit. All right? I'll be right back. I'm going to still talk to you, but emergency broadcast. Woo! Woo! He's coming back. He's coming back. There you go, Josie. We're talking Oreo Coca-Cola, folks. We're talking Oreo Coca-Cola. All right. Now, did he take a nap right before the live stream? So it's been hard to get my energy up? Yeah. But here I am. I napped through a lot of the... Wait, did I nap through the Kansas City Bengals? The Bungles bungled it up again. But no, Ballers did great. I'm going to try to get there. Is it ill? I haven't tried it yet. I got it just for the stream, I'll be honest with you. Otherwise, I might not have got it. But look, I got a Gorilla Grip Premium Ice Cream Scoop. I know what I'm doing. Okay? Now, does he have a Dave Cavill puppet sticker? He does. Is he going to get into Oakland sports in a moment? Yeah. Now, does he have a Barber Vintage Motorsports Museum pamphlet? He does, dude. Does he have a Birmingham travel guide? He does. So watch who you're talking to. Watch who you're talking to, dude. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to get crazy with me, just remember who you're messing with. All right. Let's try it though, huh? It tastes exactly like Oreo. Let's see. I got a strong stomach. Yeah, I kind of do actually. Oh no. R.I.P. Tito Jackson. Breaking news. Bam, bam, bam. Emergency broadcast. Tito Jackson apparently has passed away. Gabe always has his finger on the pulse of pop culture. Always. All right. Oreo Coca-Cola, folks. I don't know why Natalie's not here for this. She's supposed to be. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. I do not taste Oreo. I don't taste Oreo at all. It just tastes like a Coke Zero to me. Am I broken? Did Big Pop-Tart take out my taste buds? I think Big Pop-Tart took out my taste buds. Shot simple. We had a huge announcement to start this stream. You're going to have to go back and check that out. I mean, it's not that I don't like it. I just don't taste Oreo at all. It tastes like a slightly more bitter Coke Zero. Do I have broken taste buds, Josie? Coca-Cola, Oreo, zero sugar. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. Coca-Cola, I await your response. Thank you. Coca-Cola, if you need help expanding to the West Coast in the Bay Area, I'm here. Dude, I'm going to have to get some Oreos and crush them up and put them in this. I don't know why I don't taste Oreo. I don't know. Oh, shot simple. All right, cool. I'm glad you know how. I'm glad you know how important this is to the world. Hello, Jennifer. My hands are sticky. Okay. All right, Coke Zero, folks. I usually eat them cold too, honestly. I only heated them up for the ice cream because I thought it'd be better, but it made it harder to eat because they kind of like froze up and like got all gooey. I think the heat and then the cold, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know the science behind Pop-Tarts. How do we get a Kit Kat Pepsi? There you go. Now you're talking some sense here. Now you're talking some sense. And Natalie, thank you for the offer. I do not need a priest or a doctor. All right. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I don't know if that's the excessive amounts of sugar I've consumed since this stream started. All right. I might sneeze. This might be my first live stream sneeze, folks. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. I'm fighting it, though. I'm fighting it. Let's not get too rambunctious. All right. You killed it in fantasy today. Good job. Good job. You're really good at fantasy football. Or was it fantasy tennis, huh? All right, what else was next on the docket? Oh, yeah. Oakland. Have you seen the Halloween version of the Coca-Cola bottle with the black cat on it? I have not. I have not. All right. Your boy here. This guy. Who do you think you are? I am, right? I'm going to be at the last game in Oakland. Okay? I'll probably be at one of the games right before that as well. Okay? Still fighting a sneeze. And, you know, I stand with Oakland. Shout out Last Dive Bar. Shout out Gamer Athletics and Gamer Girlfriend and Sister Athletics. Right? Shout out 33 Customs. Shout out Guy Slawinski, Steve-O Custom Cars, all these people. All these awesome people. I've had such a good time documenting a really painful thing for them. Now, again, I'm not going to explain it fully, but it's bigger than just the game on the field. It's bigger than losing a baseball team. It's losing part of the culture of those folks and, you know, the community. Okay, so it's bigger than just baseball. And I've always appreciated the A's fan base. I have A's fan friends. I've always enjoyed going to games and stuff. But last couple years is, when I really kind of got to know the fan base for the fan base, not knowing fans from outside reasons, and they happen to be A's fans, if that makes sense. And I've really appreciated it. I've had a great time and made some hopefully lifelong friends, right? Some of you folks in chat, right? Oh, God. Fighting the sneeze. Am I going to the Roots game on the 29th? Not sure, but I will look into it. But your boy's upset. Now, I'm not upset at the Oakland fans. Not at all. Oakland fans are awesome. I'm upset at some of the stupid, ignorant discourse that you see on the interwebs, okay? I'm tired of it. And I just want to say my piece. Not that anyone cares or that my piece matters. My piece matters not. But guess what, folks? I'm allowed to hit stream now and yap away. So here he goes. He's not dropping out of this race, dude. He's seeing this thing through. Oreo Coca-Cola, everybody. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. Hit me up, Coca-Cola. I'm waiting. All right. So many people lack empathy and lack understanding of the situation. I mean, kids, go to TikTok and find a video about the A's moving and see some of the ignorant comments. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. We should have been going to the games then. Stuff like that, right? Well, Oakland sucks and blah, 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 blah. And I'm stupid. That's what they say. I'm stupid, and that's why the A's are moving. Right? Look. Does he want to punch these people in their face? Yeah. But you got to remember, I'm cool as a cucumber, folks. I have light up ice cubes from Disneyland that I got with my niece. All right? Sunshine in my life. Okay? It's not what we do around here. We get premium ice cream scoops. We get premium ice cream scoops. That's what we do. We expose hidden documents. And we change and better society. That's what we do around here. Anyways. These people are so stupid, man. Okay? And you know I don't like to use inflammatory language like that. But they're stupid. Now, if you're one of the people that think that the A's are leaving because nobody went to the games, or because Oakland's a terrible place, you're a big dumb idiot. You're a big dumb stupid idiot. And I hate to curse, but you're a big dumb stupid idiot. Your boy doesn't cuss on this channel, but they're big dumb stupid idiots. Okay? Now let me break this down for the dum-dums in the back. Hey, dum-dums, move up closer. I got some stuff to say. All the dum-dums, move up front. Okay? Let me explain some things to you. As far as the city, we've already gone through this many times. Oakland, does it have problems? Oh, it sure does. Does it have some streets that if you film it, you'll probably go viral? Yeah, there's some really awful streets, some awful neighborhoods. But that's not the whole city, first of all. And second of all, you can find that in pretty much every city. Every city in the world, other than maybe Monaco, A rich person city, you can't find it. But other than that, a normal city, you can find stuff like that. Okay? Now we had someone that supported my channel for a very long time that I appreciated, that started saying crazy stuff on the live stream. You guys may remember. And was saying Oakland's terrible, but they live in Vegas. There's underground tunnels for flash floods that are filled with homeless people. Okay, this is a systemic problem. It's a societal problem. It's a human problem. And local politics are not going to solve it. Unless the local politics are to be all rich people like Monaco. Right? Now, there's also the point that pointing at homeless people and using them as a reason to be awful to people is despicable. Oh, and I don't like to use inflammatory language. I don't like to cuss. But they're despicable. Okay? Those are human beings. Those homeless people are human beings. So you using them as an insult is, cover your ears, children, despicable. Homelessness is not just some thing. It's not just some insult. It's not something that just happens because your city councilman failed. Those are human beings in a bad position, whether it's mental health issues, traumas, abuse. And we have a world that is continually being less and less equitable. Because of the rich people. Not letting us eat Pop-Tarts with ice cream. Okay? Homeless people are not just a political buzzword. They are not an insult. They're human beings that deserve empathy, and we deserve to have actual solutions instead of Band-Aids, and instead of trying to brush them away and act like they don't exist and act like we're so much better than them. Okay? That's first of all. And we have to be honest about how homeless people become homeless. And we have to start with solutions that help people from birth and not wait until they're homeless to then try to give them some money or build tiny houses. How about we have good education and an equitable society so that, families can actually be families and have a home and grow up with opportunities and education and a safe place to live and food to eat. And healthcare. How about we do that and see how homelessness is less of an issue? How about we give people mental health options instead of making it, you got to jump through all these hoops to get help? Okay? Because if you just wait till someone's already homeless and already a drug addict, it's very, very difficult to fix that. And that same exact thing when it comes to crime. Same exact thing when it comes to crime, okay? People don't commit crime because they're just inherently bad, because they're just born bad. Now, maybe some of them. Some of the crazy ones, their brain's just not wired right, But a lot of people, majority of crime stems from poverty. It stems from abuse and trauma, just like homelessness. It stems from hopelessness. It stems from not believing in society because society has done nothing for you. Nothing tangible. It obviously has, but it's hard for someone that doesn't get an education, doesn't have a safe place to grow up. It's hard for them to notice that. Okay? So, crime statistics as well. If you're not honest about real solutions of lowering crime, which would take generations, okay? It's not going to be between election cycles. Then shut up. Okay? Hey, quiet. Quiet, dum-dum. Okay? Here's the thing, folks. Oakland has its issues. So does every other city. Okay? St. Louis has very similar crime numbers to Oakland. But nobody's telling the Cardinals they should leave. Nobody's expecting the Cardinals to leave. New Orleans has had some horrific violent crime statistics over the years, but nobody's like, oh, the Saints got to get out of there. It's unsafe. Now, a lot of this is because I've said many times, places like San Francisco, Oakland, LA, Seattle, West Coast liberal cities are used as political talking points. And there's a lot of propaganda about these places. So even though a lot of cities in different places will have worse numbers, they're not constantly being vilified and attacked. So a lot of Oakland falls under that. And like I said, there's some areas where, yeah, you'll film the street and it looks really bad. There's trash and old broken down cars and stuff like that, and tents, and people are like, oh my God. Completely dismissing the humanity of those people that have to live in those situations. And that, to me, like I said, cover your ears, kids. Despicable. Okay. Raiders left Oakland because of homelessness. I tell them Las Vegas was homeless. There's underground because it's so hot. Exactly. And look, I've probably mentioned this a few times on the stream, but when I was in Alabama a few months ago, there was homeless people begging with signs on the side of the freeway on-ramps way outside the city. Not in the city, way outside the city. This is a human systemic problem. And if, like I said, if you're not serious about actually solving these problems, you just want to use people as pawns and as insults, then shut up. Those are human beings, man. Old white guy who works in my auto parts store, grew up in Oakland, was shot twice before he was 18. What the heck? I've been in Oakland. I mean, I'm not from Oakland, but I've been in Oakland my whole life. I've never been shot. Look, there's a lot of cities that have worse violent crime rates than Oakland. That when you say that, that's not to dismiss the problems. There absolutely is problems. I just hate that it's used as a talking point instead of people actually having empathy and wanting to find solutions to it. It's just, I don't know. It's just gross to me. It's just gross, and I'm kind of just sick of it. A lot of it's probably because I'm from the Bay Area, and I'm just tired of every comment section on the internet acting like it's just a post-apocalyptic hellhole. That San Francisco and Oakland are just Gotham City. It's ridiculous. But that's the fact that the Cardinals are in St. Louis and Saints are in New Orleans and all this stuff. And there's some other cities I'm forgetting, that have high crime rates and professional sports teams. Memphis, Grizzlies. Nobody's like, oh, the Grizzlies got to move back to Vancouver. And this is the thing. There's plenty of politicians that want to help, but it's not, you can't just snap your fingers and fix it. If everyone's not pushing together, you're not going to fix it. And these have been issues since society's been a thing. Since we've had civilization, we've had these issues. And that's because nobody wants to make the sacrifices that will actually help. Nobody wants to be charitable enough and not greedy enough to help. We either swing, it's like we're always at extremes, where it's like we have a dictatorship and communism, or we have just unregulated capitalism. That's basically the same thing. The rich people take everything. If we would just have some self-control, have some actual solutions that would take multiple generations to actually enact and see the benefit of, I think we could make a way more equitable and safe society. But that's with the Oakland part. Okay, Oakland's not that bad. Okay, there's some crime there and it sucks. But it's not just Oakland. And then the other thing about, oh, they're not going to games. Support your team then. Hey, support your team if you don't want them to leave. You big dumb idiot. Oh, and you know he doesn't like to cuss. On the channel, at least. But you guys are big dumb idiots. Big dumb idiots. Okay, now maybe my video at the last game in Oakland will shed some light on this. Because I will go over the history of the Oakland A's. I will talk about this a little bit. Okay, because I'm not dropping out of this race, folks. I had my car window smashed in San Jose, in one of the nicest neighborhoods of San Jose. Now, smash and grabs are awful. I've already talked about this on a stream, so I'm not going to go in depth. Smash and grabs are awful, but one of the reasons you see it so much is that there's so many tourists and rental cars and tourist spots where people have their cars parked and unattended. Okay? I've seen signs in tourist areas in Rome that say, do not leave valuables in your car. Thieves break in. This is something that happens in so many tourist locations because tourists will have their luggage and a bunch of stuff in their car, and they will park in these areas that are highly frequented by thieves and people trying to take advantage of out-of-towners. And I've seen scammers try to get over. I talked about the scammers that I ran into in Istanbul. Okay, so this is not some local politician thing. It is not the mayor's fault that people are breaking into cars. Again, it is a human problem, and the reason people break into cars is because of how they grew up and not having the protections and being able to have it instilled in them to be good members of society. Tried to get from when I grew up in San Francisco to do a job in Oakland for me, and he flat out refused and told me I was crazy for even thinking about it. Yeah, there's a lot of people in San Francisco see the same thing about Oakland. There's a stigma for sure. But anyways, back to the team. Okay, I'm done with the crime. Look, Oakland has plenty of crime and it sucks, but it is not a local politician problem, and it is. Well, I mean, obviously it's their problem, but like they're not going to be able to fix it on their own. And there's plenty of other teams in cities with higher crime rates or similar crime rates to Oakland. Okay, that is used as an excuse. But when the people say going to the team, the fans aren't supporting. Can you guys tell I took a nap right before the stream? Talking about fans not supporting. When people always say that, okay? Josue, have a good one. Okay? Oakland fans are some of the most loyal fans out there. Okay? You would go to Raiders games, and they were terrible for many, many years. You go to Raiders games, still plenty of excitement. Big old tailgates, right? And it's like that for the A's for many, many years. Now, this is what happens, though. Okay? Oreo Coca-Cola Zero, folks. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. Here's the thing. Oakland A's fans have been jerked around for most of their history. I mean, you can go back to Charlie O. Okay, when they first moved to Oakland. There's so many things that have happened with multiple owners. Now, Charles O. Finley and John Fisher were definitely the worst of it. But you got to understand that these fans have been mistreated for decades. This is not a new thing just because you guys haven't heard of it before. Okay? And I hate the hypocrisy of people that talk about, oh, we should have supported the team. You should have gone to games then. Blah blah blah. First of all, we've seen full games. Despite all this stuff, we've seen full games. We've seen crazy crowds. But the hypocrisy of saying that, but then also constantly dumping on the Oakland Coliseum and saying it's the worst ballpark in baseball and it's a dump and it's terrible and it smells like sewage and all the stuff they say about the Oakland Coliseum, which has truthfully been outdated for 25, 30 years, if not longer. So to say it's the worst stadium, and these are the same kind of people, right? It's the worst stadium, but then also be like, why are you not going to games? Like, you don't understand how not keeping up with a stadium makes people not want to go? You don't see why some families might be turned off by having to walk past, just concrete barriers, barbed wire into a concrete structure that floods and has broken plumbing and sewage seeping out. Like, I love it. But if you want to build crowds, you need a nice, pretty ballpark. That's the unfortunate part of it. Now, the Candlestick Park was the same way. And that's why we saw small crowds when the Giants had down years at Candlestick. Even in some of the good years at Candlestick. That upper deck wasn't full very often. And even at Oracle Park now, even when the team is terrible, we can still get some pretty decent crowds because it's a fun place to go. It's a fun place to hang out for people of all ages and all interest levels. So you can't, on one hand, say, well, you should have gone to games and also say the Coliseum's awful. You can't. And Billy, yeah, that's it too. Trading away every good player. Now, the A's fans would embrace some of these players. And the A's, they've always had good scouting. They've had a good farm. Lots of fan favorites, lots of star players, lots of talent came through that organization. But as soon as it was time to actually give them a decent contract, they'd be out of there. You do that for 20 years and see how happy your fan base is going to be. You hardly upgrade your stadium situation. You constantly jerk them around and lie to the fans. You constantly trade away the most popular players. You disrespect the fans by changing rules, changing, prices of things up. You can see what they did with the last game in Oakland. They've been messing with the ticket prices. They've been price gouging. Okay, and now what's going on is there's a lot of issues with their move to Sacramento. Now, I've been saying I think they're going to get stuck in Sacramento. I don't think they're going to make it to Vegas. But now part of me thinks since the city of Oakland no longer owns the Coliseum, maybe they'll actually stay in the Coliseum. This might not be the last game. But you can't jerk your fan base around for 2 decades and then be like, or see them get jerked around for 2 decades and be like, oh, you should have gone to games and should have supported the team. I promise you, man, if they would have built like the Howard Terminal ballpark or any of the ballpark proposals and made a nice, pretty ballpark and actually paid some of the star players that the fans grew up with and loved, they would have had a full ballpark. It would have been a great crowd, a great atmosphere. It would have been awesome. But that didn't happen. I live in the most touristy part of Australia called the Gold Coast, and the main part is literally called Surfers Paradise. During COVID, the only people there were junkies and homeless people. That's a lot of Californians like that. What up, Jay? Yeah, the tailgates in Oakland, man, were fun. Which Coliseum games you going to? We need a flick for the culture. Hopefully 2 in the last series. Coliseum is a dump, but it's our dump. Yeah, that's how I feel about Candlestick, man. Look, Billy, it hasn't changed much since 2012. Look, you can't do everything in your power to not invest in the team and then wonder why the crowds dwindle over the course of 2 decades. So the fact that people will continually attack the Oakland fan base is just, it's just ignorant. It's misguided. It's annoying. These people just don't know. And it's almost like what I said with football earlier. People just hear narratives and they run with it. So like, oh yeah, that sounds reasonable, without actually knowing. Like, if you're a binary thinker, if everything's just ones and zeros to you, if it's just black or white, then you could see, oh, they have super low attendance and they want to leave. That makes sense. Those 2 dots connect. But that's just not reality. There's way more to it than that. There's a reason that the attendance is bad. There's a reason. You can't have this long, storied, historic franchise with all this cool stuff. And not only that, but a fan base that has always had a reputation of being colorful and eccentric and raucous. And then just think that it just disappears. Just because they just don't feel like supporting the team. It's just stupid. It's just dumb. It's ignorant. And like I said, I don't like to cuss on here, but it's despicable. And I'm just sick of it. Just really, really sick of it. But yeah. I don't know what else we got here, folks. I'm falling apart. Sorry, my energy level is low. Try to have some more Oreo Coca-Cola Zero. But yeah, I will be at, like, I'm hoping 2 of the last games in the series. I will be at the last game for sure. But yeah, stop using people's strife. Okay? Stop using the human tragedy as an insult. Especially when it comes to a sports fan base. People are not just pawns for political arguments or social media arguments. Obviously, I'm just some guy yapping on the live stream. So nothing's going to change. But I just want to say it because I'm not dropping out of this race. Okay? And that's it. I did have some other things I wanted to go over, but I don't know if I'll get to it. But I did show one earlier, so I'll show you guys again before I call it. Oakland fans, though, I love you. You guys are awesome. Okay? And everything I say can be applied to other fan bases too. I think, look, sports fandom is awesome. And it's important to communities to have stuff like that, whether it's sports or communal events or some sort of identity to latch onto and take some pride in. It's important stuff. And I hate to see a great fan base being constantly berated by these dumb idiots. It's just dumb. You recovered from surgery. Robert plays. Good stuff. Good stuff. Gotta hand it to you. Discharged 5 minutes ago? Whoa. Get home and rest. Good stuff, though. I'm glad. All right, so I found these things on an online auction. I've been talking about auctions lately, haven't I, folks? Yeah, I have. Um, which I didn't know, and I thought was really cool, and I want to share to you guys. Um, so we all know there's season tickets, right? You get now. I mean, a lot of them are digital. My 49ers season tickets are all digital, which sucks. But some teams they'll get like a box with the physical tickets. Um, and we have seats, right? You're assigned seats and whatnot. Um, but there was a time where baseball games didn't really have that structure, that amount of structure, right? They were a lot of times no assigned seating. It was just benches. You just got to fit in where you could. People would pack in for the big games, like sardines in a can. Um, and there was no electronics, so you couldn't like have this is my ticket. Lot less infrastructure around going to ball games. And you used to be able to go up. I mean, probably the majority of people would buy their tickets at the game. I would actually like to look into that because I don't know the answer. But you got to think at some point you were able to start buying tickets in advance. But at some point you probably couldn't do that, right? You would have to show up, drop a nickel to the little ticket taker, like I showed at the Rickwood Field video. Drop a nickel at the ticket taker and get your ticket for that game. Which is always kind of sad, I'll be honest. Especially when you go to the older venues and they still have like the old box offices and stuff, and now they're hardly used, you know. Now they're just like customer service complaint windows. And I remember as a kid going with my mom to Candlestick, and we walked up to the box office and just asked what tickets are available for that game that night, that evening. And we would get like $5 upper deck seats at Candlestick to watch Barry Bonds and Matt Williams, you know? So there is a kind of a sadness that's kind of gone away. There's probably still some places you can go and buy tickets day of, but it's not typical. Not a lot of people do it, even if you're able to. But anyways, I found these things, so I had no idea about this, and this was a discovery that made me very, very happy because I love finding history like this. That at some point, now I don't know if the New York Giants started this, but they started issuing basically like season pass medallions. So instead of individual tickets, and remember, like there was no assigned seating for the most part, you would get a medallion. You would buy the medallion and you would show it at the gate and they would let you in. Then you go find a seat. You go find a bench. And there was an auction with a couple of them, so I bid on them, but I got outbid like immediately. And apparently I found some other auctions and other times they were sold, and apparently they go for sometimes thousands of dollars, if not like, $800-900. But this is what one of them looks like here. So this is from 1924. So the open gate. So basically you'd have this medallion and you'd show it at the front gate all season long, and you could go all season long. Like how cool is that, man? I really wish, I said this in the Discord, that I wish that I could make something like this for like a merch idea, like a little variety medallion. I don't know. That'd be super cool. And then it would have like different designs. So this is 1929. I don't know who this guy's supposed to be. I wish I knew. I really like the gate one though, because it's like it's letting you into the gate. But this guy's fun too. And then you'd have your name etched into it. And then I don't know what the number is. I don't think it's an assigned seat. I think that's probably like your membership number. But yeah, so whenever you see these at auction, they'll have like a name etched in the back of it. Just super cool. And then some of the designs, like look at this one, 1931, fanned out. Some upset fans. Frank Craven, 271. So old Frank Craven was a season ticket holder for the New York Giants at the Polo Grounds. This one, 2 out. Bases full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1930, right? They're happy. Because they got hope. And then 1931, But yeah, man, I think these are super cool. This is one of the auctions I found. So 664, J. Henry Walters, and 1. So he actually had a +1. So he got a medallion for 2. How cool is that? So some past pendant. Past pendant. Charles A. Stoneham, president. Back is engraved with the past owner's name, along with the serial number 664. Yeah, man. One of these days I'm gonna get one of these, but I can't spend $900. But I love finding stuff like this, man. Like, if you guys ever find cool sports history like this, just please send it to me. Just show me. Especially in the Discord. Please join the Discord. And, we like to talk cool sports history like this, Where can I find you on the 25th, 26th in the Oakland Coliseum? I don't know where I'm sitting. I probably, most likely, left field bleachers. If Gabe is still here, he got my ticket, and I don't remember where it is. So Gabe's gonna have to answer. Shot Simple re-upped. You're the best, dude. You are the best. I've been having a tough couple weeks, man. So it means a lot. It means a lot. But yes, I will be at the Oakland Coliseum. I don't know if I'll be there on the 25th. But yeah, these pendants is one of my favorite things I've found lately. But yeah, join the Discord. We have a lot of fun chat. We talk about all kinds of random stuff. We got the Variety Clubhouse. So that's more for like anything, right? A lot of Giants and Niners stuff could be in there, or even like theme park stuff and all that. And then we got the Gamer Athletics left field bleachers chat. So there's a lot of talk about Oakland sports and Gabe being the superstar that he is. And then we just started a football game day chat, so we can have football chatter. So it's a fun Discord channel. And let me just update the link here just to make sure that it's updated, because, dude, the way Discord does links is super annoying, because it makes a new link all the time. And then, like, it what's it called? Pop-Tarts exposed! Dang it, what am I trying to... It expires. See how stupid I am? See how dumb I am that I can't think of the word expires? Your boy's losing it. Okay, Discord link is updated in the description. But yeah, join. We hang out. Hey, okay, then be nice. Okay, it's being insulting or trying to be homophobic to be insulting is not cool. All right, we are an inclusive channel here. Okay. Seth Brown more like Lazy Brown from last year. Okay. Brent Rooker more like Brent Rook. Okay. Got to get on Discord. I don't even have an account. Oh, Shot Simple, join us. We're having a ball in there. We're having a ball. Okay. Yeah, Discord is in there. It's literally just, if you haven't used Discord, it's like just a chat room type thing. I share a lot of updates in there. I go on rants, right? Gabe even, Gamer Athletics, the world famous, sometimes he even gives us little inside looks at Oakland sports, He gives us the inside scoop, have you on Discord. I'm not there very much. Try to get on more. That would be cool. But definitely, look, I said before, this channel, I've given up on it blowing up. This channel's never blowing up. I'm going to be yapping away just like this to a small handful of you guys. But look, quality over quantity at this point. So if you guys want to join, I would like to build a really cool community where we can all just be buds and pals and gals and whoever else wants to join. And, you know, share cool things like season pass pendants from 1924 Polo Grounds. I'll be filming on 25th and 26th. I'll be live. No way, dude. That's sick. I'll be there the 26th for sure. I don't know about the 25th though. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, and you guys have a good night. I am sorry that this live stream, I feel like my brain's not working. What is the special drink? What's up, Isaac? It is Oreo Coca-Cola Zero, and I do not taste the Oreo. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. Good news, Zach Hampel is not going to the last A's game to steal kids' balls. All right. Zach Hampel, I think, what'd he do, Gabe? He shouted you out. Gabe's probably not here anymore. Our sweet little baby prince is probably asleep by now. Yeah, join the Discord. It's a lot of fun, okay? It's a lot of fun. You guys have a good one. I'll see you guys next week. I got a bunch of cool stuff in the works, and I can't wait to share it with you guys, okay? Is it good? I can't tell, dude. I can barely taste the Oreo. I'll be honest. I can barely taste the Oreo. It just tastes like Coke Zero to me. So, got you a pin from the Jets-Niners game? Oh, what a guy, dude. What a guy. I hope you had fun, man. I'm selling Niners tickets too. Check the Instagram. I posted which ones I got for sale. All right, I will be around. I'm going to some games. Let's go Ballers next year. Can't wait for next year. Hopefully I can go to a lot more games and events. Let's go Roots. Okay? Let's go Niners. I'm very excited about basketball season for some reason. I think the Olympics really got me going. Remember, we're an inclusive channel. We love everybody. We're not dropping out of this race. All right? We're seeing this thing through. And that's the end of it. All right? Big Pop-Tart's probably coming to get me. So I must hide out in the mountains. Okay? Join the Discord. Vertlife.